Okay, so it is 2:30 in the morning, and I am going to maybe de-influence you on getting a bottle washer. I got one before getting ads for it on TikTok, and now I'm getting nonstop ads for it. I'm frustrated by all those ads that are like, if you're a mom washing your bottles, you need this thing. And I got one because I independently searched it out because I'm washing bottles nonstop. Washing bottles, washing pump parts nonstop. And I wanted it. I wanted it so bad. I was like, we're going to use money that we don't even have yet. Because I am losing my mind. And I don't think it's worth it. And I'm going to return it. And I'm going to tell you why. There's a lot of things. So let's get started. So you've got your water basin that you fill up with 2.5 liters of water. They want distilled water. I'm choosing not to do that, and I know that the company would be like, if you're not using distilled water, it's not going to work as well, and that's part of my problem. But why can my dishwasher do regular, and this shit needs distilled water? That's a problem in itself. So you can either fill it up and then put it in there, or, drag your sink hose. That's what I've been doing, is dragging my sink hose over there to fill it up. But that means that I have to have it close enough to do that. I wanted it to be here, which is not that far away, but this is where I want to put my dirty dishes. It's right next to my sink. But I have to have it closer so that I don't have to try to wriggle this 2 liters of water into the back of a machine underneath a cabinet. That's horribly inconvenient. Once it's filled up, you want to be able to just push it back, but it doesn't have wheels. The Baby Brezza one has wheels. This one should absolutely have wheels. It does not. Instead, it has feet that are like sticky. They're like silicone. So it makes it very difficult to move back, especially because since the water basin is on the back, all of the weight is in the back. So it's very difficult to move back without just causing issues. And then when you move it back, you've got the water tube that comes out, and it very conveniently is like curved to the sides. So it's like, great. That doesn't matter because your freaking power cord sticks out 2.5 inches, something like that. And the power cord is extremely finicky. I don't know what is going on there, but you can hear it beeping when I move it at all. So if the power cord is up against the wall, it's just not going to work because see? Beeping. So I do all that effort to move it back into place, and I do this almost all the time. I freaking forgot to put the cover on. So now I have to move it back out to put the cover back on, which every tired mom is going to do at 2 a.m. If it had wheels, it would not be such an inconvenience to move in and out. And if the power cord didn't stick out so far, then I could move it further back and get, an extra 2 inches of counter space, which everyone needs. Before I start it, I have to drop in one of these soap tablets. They don't come in this cute jar. That's my choice. The soap tablets are super tiny, super cute, and I like them, but there's no instructions on where to put them. And I heard from someone else, if you don't put them in the very bottom, it won't work right. But not only do the instructions not say that, they don't even mention that there are tablets. They say to add washing powder into the washing cavity before washing. Also, washing cavity is not in here as one of the defined parts. So you can guess where that is, but why isn't it in there? So the directions haven't even been updated for the final product. Loading it with the parts is easy. One of the reasons that I got this one instead of the Baby Brezza one is because it is a basin style where you load from the top, so I could fit more things. But it still claims to be only for 4 bottles. So that if you complain about things not washing well enough, they're gonna be like, did you put more in there? Of course I put more in there. You should have more freaking water spout things that it shouldn't be a problem. I should be able to wash everything in there in the same way as my dishwasher, as long as it's not overly stacked. If I'm not stacking it, everything in there should be getting washed, and I don't feel like it is. It has touchscreen buttons, which I don't like for an appliance that uses water, because of course your hands get wet and it's more difficult. I feel like they're not, this isn't even working right now when I'm pushing it. Is it because the power cord is finicky? Maybe. Oh, there it goes. It was the power cord again. So now after everything comes out, I feel like it is not fully clean. So I've been doing some pre-washing, which I should not have to do for a dishwasher. The reason I don't just put all my bottles in my big dishwasher is it takes a long time. But it's also huge. It should not be way more effective at washing than something that's really small. This thing needs more of the sprayers, and it also needs more of the air things. My $25 dryer sterilizer that I have from Baby Brezza and by $25. I mean, I got it for $25 on Facebook Marketplace, and it's got a lot of hard water, like, build up. Like, it's clearly been through the ringer. It dries so much better than the MomCozy, which I just bought new on their website. I got the MomCozy on their website during their Valentine's Day sale, which means in total, including shipping and everything, I think I paid about $260, which is a lot. That's a lot. It's less than regular price. On TikTok Shop, they inflate everything, so it says it's $350, and then they have the discounts. Website, everything says it's $300, and then they occasionally have the discounts. On Amazon, they do similar. When I purchased it, the Amazon price was about $50 higher. I like to buy big purchases directly from the company anyway, because then when you have an issue, they're more likely to want to work with you. My overall assessment is I'm not impressed. I wish that it were saving me time. I really feel like it is not, and I am going to be returning it. But I think I'm actually doing much better, much faster washing the things I have to wash. Army style, dip into a bucket of soapy water and then dip into a bucket of clean water and scrub the things that need scrub. I just feel like if it's going in a dishwasher, it should not come out with milk residue on it. And things that I put in here will still sometimes come out with milk residue on it, and it's not like my bottles sit around and don't get washed for a long time. My bottles get washed within 24 hours every single time, and I would say most of the time they get washed within 8 hours. My last thing I wanted to complain about is the ongoing cost. There is an ongoing cost associated because of the tablets. The tablets are $60 for $20, which you're going to be running this thing 2 to 3 times a day, so that's less than a month for $20. And distilled water on top of that? Absolutely not. This thing's going back. I hope that this has been helpful for some people. I wish I had seen more honest reviews out there of it before I bought it, because I probably would have said no, and maybe looked into, I'm probably going to now look into a countertop dishwasher that's not marketed for moms. I'm sitting here pumping and editing this, and I just wanted to say, like, please ask questions. I feel like I had no one I could ask questions to about this, and I really wish that I had, because the only people that I could find who were, you know, talking about this are trying to sell it, and so they have ulterior motives. I don't have an affiliate link or anything, so I don't have any ulterior motives, and I do feel like I gave it a reasonable shot, and I just wasn't impressed. So I'd like to answer questions so that you can make a more informed decision on whether it might still be worth it for you, which it might be. I just don't think it was for me.